Faith Assembly of Orlando of God, and my title of my sermon is Are You Sure? The verses that I use is Genesis 6:13 through 15, Genesis 6:22, Genesis 6:9, and Genesis 7:1. One question for you guys. What's your biggest ick? My personal biggest ick is when you're texting someone and you get that little thing at the bottom where it says read. It's kind of frustrating because they can hear you and they see it, but they never end up responding. Some scholars believe that this might have happened between God and Noah while Noah was building the ark. This may have been roughly 75 years or more. Here is the last time that God spoke to Noah in Genesis 6:13 through 15. It says, "Make the ark, and the length of it shall be 300 cubits, the width of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits." After this, we see nothing recorded between God and Noah speaking until the ark is already built. Noah had every earthly right to be scared, but yet he still had assurance. Why don't we ask for assurance like that? Why do we not have faith and obedience to trust in God what He has for us? Because with that, the world will have no power over us. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I want to have assurance just like Noah did. And for that to happen, we need to do these three things. The first thing is that you need to obey God immediately. In Genesis 6:22, Noah did just what God told him to do. Then we see in Genesis 7:1, Lord said to Noah, "Go into the boat, you and all your family, for I have seen that you only are right and good at this time." We can see from both these verses that Noah worked right away because he knew that God was a man of his word and that the flood was going to happen. I wish all of us could be like this in the sense of going to talk to someone, we might be scared or nervous, but we should be really nervous whether they know Christ or not, because in heaven, they might be the reason why you didn't go with. Noah had immediate obedience with God, even though he got made fun of and laughed at sometimes. But another thing that he had to do was wait on God. After the flood had happened for 40 days and 40 nights, Noah sent out a dove to see if the land was dry, but it came back empty-handed. And after all that, it says in Genesis 8:10 that Noah waited another 7 days for the dove to return again. Have you ever been dying of hunger at a restaurant because you had to wait for your food longer than expected? Noah must have felt this because he had to wait another 7 days after those 40 days to get his promise of food of dry land. So maybe you're having a hard time trusting God because you haven't heard His voice in a while. But I promise, if you wait for His timing, you will be blessed. After all this, Noah was so happy and so blessed that he got this opportunity. The reason why he got this opportunity was because he was so faithful to God. Here it says in Genesis 6:9, says that Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. He walked faithfully with God. Noah was so clean that the people around him couldn't even think about blaming him for something that he didn't do. Or maybe he lied. Or have you gotten a new pair of shoes and washed them daily just to see if they get a scratch or a mark? Or maybe if someone steps on them, we flip out on them and we think so rudely of them. But do you ever look on the inside of your shoes? Do you ever look on the inside to see if they're dark, crumbling apart, or they're falling apart? This is a picture of what the inside of our lives might look like sometimes. Dark, falling apart, or even crumbling. But Noah understood that this part had to be clean. And that's exactly what we need to do.
Amen.
To have all these things might seem really hard, but with all these comes the steps of discipline. Even when we feel like God isn't speaking to us, we need to have assurance and faith and obedience to know that He is going to work through everything. And with the 3 points that I've stated, first, to have immediate obedience because we understand what is at stake for other people and not ourselves. Second, we need to wait on God because even when it's hard to accomplish. Third, we need to stay faithful because we need to no matter what, more on the outside than the inside. So with all this being said, are you going to accept the call that God has for your life, or are you going to leave God on red?